Hey guys, I'm here to answer some of the questions that you've asked on social media under the hashtag AskAlexAnything. Thank you, by the way, for all the questions, but we've picked a few out that I'm going to answer today. So the first one, Alejandro, how are you, mate? Hello, Alex. Another Alex from Spain. Best corner in Superbike, and what circuit would you like to run in another direction? So the best corner in World Superbike, I'm going to go with turn 3 at Phillip Island. I think it's called Stoner Corner now. It's third gear on the Superbike. The bike is spinning and sliding a lot. It's just a fun corner. No matter if you're having a good race, a bad race, feeling good with the bike or not, it's such a pleasure to ride that corner. And when you do get it right, it's fantastic. So that was probably my favourite corner. It's a corner that I'd like all my friends to be able to ride and experience. In terms of running a track in the opposite direction, I'm going to say Donington Park, because obviously it's a home track for me, but I'd love to experience Craner curves, rather than steep downhill, steep uphill. I think it would be, it'd be a real adrenaline buzz. So I'm going to go with Donington Park for that one. Then thank you for your question. The next question is from Ian Lewis. If you were to design your favourite circuit, which corners from around the world would it have to have? I'll just pick probably 3 of my best corners if I was designing my own track. I'm probably going to say Misano, the section from the end of the back straight. There's I think it's called Tramonto, a real fast, right, 5th gear. First apex is 5th gear, then 4th gear, then 3rd gear. So you're always slowing down, and it's hard to stop the bike and put the bike in the correct position on the track. So I think if I was going to design a track, I'll definitely have that section of track, because it's really, really rewarding, but very, very difficult. I've got to say, Craner Curves, it's one of the best sections of a racetrack in the world anywhere. So home track for me, but from Hollywood, Craner Curve section into the old hairpin, it's so downhill, a lot more than you can really see on camera, but it's a fantastic and exciting bit of racetrack. So them 2 bits together would be great. And for the final part, I'm probably going to go with, let me think, the Hay Shed and Lukey Heights section at Phillip Island. It's on throttle turning up through the Hay Shed. When it's cold, you have to make sure there's enough temperature in the right side of the tyre, because there's always a crosswind coming from the sea. And then your 4th gear, back to 3rd gear for Lukey Heights, completely blind. You can't see any of the exit of the corner, but it's a long corner. You're on the side of the tyre for a long time, and then you drop down hard into MG. So them 3 sections together with a few other corners, maybe the corkscrew at Laguna Seca, which unfortunately we don't go to anymore, but I think that would be a very, very physically tough, but a very exciting racetrack. So Ian, thank you very much for your question. Okay, next question is from Mikhail Roger. Hey Alex, of course, the various changes made to the 2023 Kawasaki, which one gives you satisfaction in particular? And thank you in advance for your answer. I wish you all the best for the season. He's been supporting me and my brother for a long time, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. In terms of the 2023 Kawasaki, there's been quite a lot of small changes. We've got some gearbox is slightly different, some new parts from Showa, we're always working on the chassis setting and balance. We've got some pretty exciting things coming up from the electronic side. We have 2 new electronic engineers, one from the blue side, which I know from the past, and also a guy that's been working in England and got a lot of experience in all different teams across the world. So at the pre-season test in Europe, I had a lot better feeling on the throttle connection. And as a rider, if you feel a good connection between your hand and the rear tyre and can have some confidence straight away, especially on new tyres when you can't feel the bike moving too much, it gives you a lot of satisfaction, and it allows you to be confident. If you're confident, the lap times come and you start to enjoy it more. And the #1 rule in racing, if you're enjoying it, then you're going to be going fast. So in terms of the small changes that we've got, I would say this was the one that has made the difference to me so far. But obviously, we're always working to improve, and we're looking forward to the start of the 2023 season. Ian Greenwood, thank you for your question. It says, hey Alex, have you ever considered having a go at the TT? Personally, I'm a big fan of the TT. My brother used to have a place in the Isle of Man, so I've been and watched many times. And I struggle with braking markers and remembering some of the circuits on the short circuits that I race. So remembering all the 37 miles around the TT course and being absolutely on the money, every braking point. I can understand how much of an adrenaline buzz that is. Obviously, it's a time trial, you're racing against yourself, something I think I would enjoy, but I've never really considered going there. Like I said, I'm a fan. I've been many times to watch. I've got massive respect and appreciation for them guys, but I think my style, how hard and aggressive I ride, I think is better suited to the short circuits. Dan Lee Shep, after you hang up your leathers, what do you want to do career-wise? Yeah, it's a difficult one. I've not really thought too far ahead, but there's many things I'd like to do. I'd like to be good enough at golf to play that professionally, which obviously is not going to happen, but I guess I'd like to stay involved in the sport. I've done some various commentating at some of my brother's races in the MotoGP, some of the BSB championship when I've been in World Superbike, and I enjoy that. But I'd like to be able to pass my experience on to some of the younger guys. I've done a lot of stuff wrong in my time, a lot of stuff right and plenty of stuff wrong, made lots of mistakes. So if I could help some of the younger guys probably have some experience before making them mistakes themselves, and this would be quite rewarding for me, but we'll have to wait and see. But I've got a young family at home, so I need to do something to look after them. So yeah, let's wait and see, but hopefully I'm still involved in two wheels. The next question from Steve Harris is a good question. It says, which one exercise do you do in the gym that helps most with strength under braking? Obviously under braking, especially when you're loading your arms and it's all your triceps, shoulders, there's lots of muscles that are involved and you're entering the corner hard on the brakes. We do a lot of stuff where your legs or your body's on a medicine ball and you're holding your weight, maybe doing some upright rows on the ball. So a lot of techniques where maybe your lower half is more stationary and you're taking your body weight under your top half and moving a little bit, which sort of simulates obviously being on the bike. But as I'm sure you know, the best training is riding your bike, which is why I've been trying to do a lot of laps this winter to make sure I'm fully ready physically and mentally for the season. But yeah, there's lots of things you can do. But in terms of upper body stationary work is something that maybe some people miss out, but it's so important. And braking nowadays, because the braking zones and the tyres and the brakes and the electronics have improved so much, is an area that is really, really physical. So yeah, thank you for your question. So Derek Gray asks, Alex, I have your right boot here, but if you could sell me the left one, I'll promise to shrink my size 12 feet in them. Love your groove fella. So he's obviously got good taste as well. So nice one, Derek. And that's my right boot because, as you see, a lot of riders now, they're putting one of the feet down under braking, the right foot more because you're obviously shifting with your left foot. So I have a lot more right boots than left boots, which is why you've got that one. It's quite a few years old, I think 2015 or 16, this one is from. So you don't need the left one. You're never going to shrink them feet into it. But thanks for the message and all the best, mate. Thank you very much for your questions, guys. I really appreciate them. Please keep up to date with the 2023 World Superbike Championship. See how I'm getting on. RST are going to be updating all the tests and races with my results and a bit of information with how I'm doing. So give them a follow and let's get after it in 2023. Hey guys, I'm Alex Lowe's. Thanks for watching. For more cool videos, subscribe to RST here.